welcome back. I have no idea where I last left you, but right now I'm in Phoenix and it's 6:12 in the morning. I'm about to get ready for my trip, but I've been sitting here since 4 in the morning. I originally got up at 3 and then I snoozed and got up at 4 because I wanted to make this sit down video. And I'm just thinking, okay, I could just make this sit down video on my camera, get it started, get it going, and then realizing, well, if I want it to be informative, like I gotta know what I'm saying. So I'm writing the script and then realizing I gotta have this stuff memorized. So it's so much that goes in with YouTube that people on the other side of the camera don't realize when you're watching it. Like even for me, when I'm watching people, and I always wonder like how people are able to talk like so like smooth in the camera and just saying all the points that need to be said, not realizing they may have memorized it or they may be looking at a prompter and never knew that, never understood it. And yeah, so like I'm on that journey of trying to figure it out and how to make it look natural and still be informative and give you guys advice on like solo travel, and obviously, you know, just make it very presentable. And so that's where I'm at right now. I would have worked out, but I should have got up at 3 instead of 4 because then I've been able to work out. But this week, guys, I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to try to get my butt up out of here and get things going and not feel overwhelmed. I feel like I start to feel overwhelmed because I have these ideas, and in my head, they very well may be great ideas. However, the time that I think I can execute them is way faster in my head than what it actually is, because one, I'm new to it. I don't know anything about it. 2, I have to learn about it. And 3, I have to make it presentable. So the idea is great. There's nothing wrong with the idea. It's just the time. And I'm just thinking, well, since I won't be able to do it at the exact moment that I thought I was going to be able to do it, it's all just like, it doesn't mean anything. Like it's not going to work out. And that's just not true. It's just that you got to do your due diligence for that time period, set time aside and focus on it, even if it's for like an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, so you won't feel so overwhelmed. But at the same time, you know, you're working towards whatever dream that you thought you could accomplish. Because at that point, like I am like a dreamer. Like I'm always dreaming, I'm always thinking about things. And it's just like when I started, I feel like it's moving so slow compared to what the dream is. But that's just part of the process. And I know that may sound like common sense to some people, like duh, you know, you can have an idea, you can have a thought, but there's going to be time that has to coincide with it. And yes, that makes complete sense. But to that person that dreams a lot, that has visions a lot, I feel like you understand where I'm coming from. It's sometimes when it doesn't work out like as smooth, it's not that you give up, it's just you feel overwhelmed. You feel like, I don't think I'm capable of being able to do this, but it's just not. You just got to break it up into smaller pieces, smaller portions, and tackle it that way. And not give up. Still have that vision in mind, still have that dream in mind of how you want the end result. And then just keep pushing, keep going at it. Don't give up. Don't overthink it. Don't second guess yourself. Just keep moving. Don't keep on looking back so much. Don't stay stagnant. Like just keep moving. And I feel like that's part of the healing, the journey, the process, is not to beat yourself up just because you feel like you're stuck in one spot because it didn't pan out the way that you want. So yeah, that's like where I'm at right now, because it's like, oh, it kind of feels like overwhelming. It feels like I don't think I'll be able to do it. But it's not true. It's just a process. It's a process that honestly everybody had to go through one time or another when they first started something. But the thing that's different from them and you is that the fact they kept going, they kept pushing, they didn't give up, even when it felt uncomfortable, even when it didn't feel right, like they weren't even making like the right choices, like all of that. Even with this whole journey of working out, like I initially started this first video as 75 hard and trying to post every day, and by this time I don't think I would have posted every day if you guys are keeping up with these vlogs. But at the same time, I'm trying to post as much as possible. I'm still trying to show up here. I'm still trying to like let you guys come along my journey of working out, of building this YouTube channel, of, you know, eating healthier, and just all of that. And, you know, some days it's like way more motivating, way more like uplifting. And then some days it's just like you feel like you keep hitting a wall. You feel like you keep on getting something thrown at you, and it's like, okay, maybe that day you just need to rest. You know, maybe that day you just need to take a step back and focus on something that you can control. You know, something where you can just write down, because it's easy to just write down whatever your thoughts are for your next content creation, or your next thoughts of eating healthier or working out. It's more easier to control than, you know, when it's time to produce it or to get ideas from it. There can be a lot of roadblocks that make you feel like, okay, maybe what I'm doing is not really good enough or is important, but it's just not true. It's just keep pushing, keep producing, let yourself see yourself as well, because it's helpful for you too at the end. It's helpful for you too at the end, because you can see your process, even though it's very like uncomfortable to see the process, because it's like, I don't want to post it now, but I believe your later self will thank you, because you'll be at a position that you may have always wanted to be. And you'll be able to see, oh my gosh, I really did not want to go that day, or I did not want to push that day. And I feel like those are one of the key moments, turning moments for me. Like if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And you won't be able to catch all of those moments if you don't document it in some way, whether it's writing, whether it's the video, you know, however you try to remember those situations, because there's key moments in your life where, you know, like your life is changing for the better or for the worse. But there's a lot of small moments, a lot of small details that you don't always remember. And when you're able to look back on those and have them documented, I feel like that's very profound to wherever you're at currently in life, because it makes you just be grateful. It makes you be grateful for the journey, for the process, and not take things for granted, and understand that it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen at the time limit that you thought it would, like in a day's time. Like, it is a process, but are you willing to keep pushing? Are you willing to not give up on whatever it is you're trying to, even if experimenting? Because I still feel like I'm experimenting with my channel. Like, I have a general idea of what I'm trying to push, but at the same time, some days I'm like, I gotta do it every day. Some days I'm like, okay, maybe just 3 times a week, or maybe this. And it's always experimentation, but at the same time, it's like, don't overwhelm yourself so much to the point where you just do nothing. And sometimes I feel like I get to that point. I just come up with ideas and I get very excited. I get very motivated. And then when it's time to go, it's like, this feels like too much. This feels like too much to carry, too much to handle. And then I don't want to do it. And it's like, don't do that to yourself. You know, stay consistent with whatever you're trying to do. Keep your dream alive. You're the only one that can make it die. So don't do it to yourself. You know, keep on going, keep on flowing. and you got this. You got this. So I'll catch you guys later in the next clip. Okay, bye.